Hey there everybody, this is the Collector 75, also known as Graham, and welcome back to another Transformers Prime Beast Hunters review. I wasn't going to do by any of these figures at all, in fact, but when I first heard about them, because I haven't really bought a lot of the Prime figures, I bought 2 or 3 I think, something like that, but when I heard about the Beast Hunters I thought I probably won't get none of these, but I might if they're all pretty cool figures, because they do hark back to Beast Wars, and I really did love the Beast Wars. And I did see this guy's obviously the ultimate Beastfire Predaking, but I did see the original Voyager version. I was thinking of picking up the Voyager version, but I'm so glad I didn't, because he's quite shit compared to this guy. This guy's brilliant. I got mine from 34 quid from the Entertainer. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't pay the asking price. I think it was the original price, about 50 quid. That is a bit much, to be honest, for what you're getting. But 34 quid, well, I wasn't too chuffed about paying that, really, but I did sort of want it. I'd seen a couple of videos on it, and I thought, wow, that actually looks really, really good. And to be honest, it is really, really good. It has a few minor quibbles, which I'll get onto in a second. But this is just fantastic. I won't show you the box. I was going to show the box, but it's the usual European one where it's got about 50 languages on it. And because it's got that, there's just nothing on it at all of any note, really. I mean, the American box is so much better, just because it's just got all English over it. And I hate all the European boxes. I think they're just rubbish. And I don't know why they bother. Anyway, yeah, so I was going to show that, but I'm not going to now. I think I've taken a picture of it, but that's about it. But it does come with his usual instruction sheet, and the instruction sheet is, let's just say, complete tosh, really. I mean, it's okay, but, you know, as usual, they don't have no actual words on it no more, just have pictures. And considering how this guy comes mistransformed in the box, you've got to work out how to put the legs the correct way. I mean, yeah, you can follow the instructions, but when you, like I say, when you get it out of the box, you don't know it's mistransformed. So you're looking at the legs thinking, oh, they look a bit fucking crap, don't they? Obviously, at the back here, there's a few sections you've got to sort of like bend round on these pivots, but in the box, they're just all long and a bit more together, which is just a bit, fucking looks a bit shit. But other than that, once you get it out of the box, you put it all together. It's really, really good. I love this dragon. This is a great dragon mode. It has the usual little gimmick that if you push this, I mean, this is the head sculpt. It's a great head sculpt. This is his Beastfire gimmick. So you push it down, you can sort of barely see it lighting up in this light. Let me see if I can. There you go. You can sort of see that. And that's about it, really. It takes 2 AA batteries. I'm surprised it needs 2 AA just for a little light gimmick like that. That's a bit strange. And he does have another one in robot mode, which the instructions don't actually tell you about. He does have these missile launchers on his wings, and they're the usual missiles that you can just fire off and lose. I can pick that up. They do look like crossbows, which is pretty good, and of course you can use them in robot mode and everything like that. It is just a fantastic dragon mode, if I'm honest. I mean, it does need a lot of painting up. I know a few people are painting them up, and I was going to, but I just don't seem to have the time or the room anymore to do a lot of this anymore. But when I do get the time and the room, I'm going to paint them up, because he's got some nice little like Cybertronian markings there. I want to sort of pick them out, and a few other little bits I want to do. I'm not a bit undecided what I'm going to do with this one in the future. I might give it to my son just so he can put it on his shelf, because I think a little boy would love this just on his shelf. Giant dragon, brilliant. Yeah, I mean, he's got a great wingspan. I don't know if it's going to show too well on this, but you can, if you put him down like that, you can open out these wings like that to their full extent and fold them up, whatever you want to do. But to be honest, I just don't bother, I just leave them. And you can, it does have a pivot point here, and another one just here. This one, it's a bit shit, because the more you do it, the wings just end up falling off. Yeah, I don't really get it too much, if I'm honest. I think they could have done something a little better there. My only other minor quibble is the front arms here. The ball joints there on are very, very loose for the size of figure. As you can see, just the legs end up flopping about a little bit, and because these do become the robot arms, they just, you can't really hold his sword too well, because it's a giant sword, which obviously is his tail. Yeah. Right, that's about it for this beast mode. I think it's a great beast mode though, believe me. This is one figure you should own. If you know, try and get it cheaper if you can, but get it at some point in the future because it's just brilliant. They'll probably do a recolour of this guy, probably. Right, anyway, to transform it, it's got a great simple transformation. See, I don't mind simple transformations as long as it's good and it looks completely different from how it's supposed to end up in both modes, if you know what I mean, rather than just stand up. And this guy, luckily, looks completely different. Anyway, so you take the tail out and just sort of get this leg assembly. He's got these little shin guards here, or knee guards. Push them flat once you've taken that out. Then rotate the leg out slightly and then just click it into place. And there's your leg done. We're going to do that again. Hopefully you can sort of see it. So you've got to take it out there. Rotate the knee joint up, push that knee guard in and then rotate it around. Then I think I've got to probably leave it like that, to be honest. You can fold that back down. And then he's almost ready now. He does have some great ball joints on these legs, which at first I missed, but he does have some, and he's got some great knee joints as well. Just rotate these bits on the arms up. I'm going to have to move my camera a second, but let me just get it so I can pose the bastard. That's it. I'll just prop him up. Right, let me just adjust this 1 second. There we go. Looks like some weird bat there. Right, so then we rotate these up at the shoulders, fold them down, rotate the claws to form sort of like 2 clawed hands, which is pretty cool. Like that, sort of like have them out, a bit more menacing. And then we just bring them out, and then with the dragon head, this is the bit I really don't like though. You just sort of untab it, and just fold it down towards on his back. Yeah, don't really tab in or nothing, just sort of hangs around at the back. A little bit annoying. But then you just rotate the head around, and he's got a pretty cool head. I prefer that to been on a ball joint, that would have been pretty damn cool. And then really, it's up to you what you do with the legs. Now, he is a little back heavy. If I give him his Infernum blade, or whatever this is called, you can put that in his hand, and it does now help balance him out slightly, but the arm isn't really strong enough to hold the bloody thing. So I just usually have it holding in 2 hands. And that is Predaking. I think it looks brilliant. Again, you can do how the wings you want it. You don't have to have him with a giant wingspan. You can close them up slightly like that. Again, that head on the back just sort of moves as it wants. So you can sort of give him that look, which is pretty cool. He does stand up. It's just, you've got to get him in the right position. And the feet are on ball joints, so that helps tremendously. Again, he does have his little light up gimmick. I'm going to do it. You probably can't see it. Let me just see if I can move it a bit closer. Actually, what I'll do, if I just rotate that off there. I mean, that is his head sculpt. It's a brilliant head sculpt. And then you just push the button and it lights up a little bit on his head and on his chest there. That is pretty cool. He's got some great articulation. You can take these little missile launchers off. Let me take them off very, very quickly. Let me just pop that back down. There we go. So he pops it back down. Just move them back slightly. Yeah, so you can take them off. I quite like leaving them up there. Oh, bloody hell. So it looks like a little crossbow. If you wanted to, you could pick out some of those details on it. And he does have little ports. If I take out this sword, and then you can either put it in his hand like that, so he's holding it, which ain't too bad, or you can put it on his wrists like that, and that don't look too bad either. Looks like one of those guys out of Mad Max 2, doesn't he? And to be honest, I just think this is an amazing figure. I just think it looks absolutely fantastic. You can do a lot with the wings at the back, so they don't get in the way of the arms. I just think this guy looks brilliant. This is one figure you should definitely own, and I'm glad I do. I don't have a lot of money to go around buying figures at the moment. This is probably one of my last ones, apart from a few things I've got pre-ordered. But yeah, this is a great one. I wish I actually had more money, because I'll probably buy a few bit more of the Beast Hunters line. But what I'll do is I'll probably just wait until they go down in price, like I did with... I picked up a few Viacons in the end from the Transformers Prime, mainly because they've just gone like half price in the Entertainer. And I never saw them when they first come out. I've got the Japanese one, and then so I bought 2 of the ordinary ones to go with that one, and I'm probably going to do a review of them soon. Anyway, right, I hope you like this review. I think this is a great figure, and it's definitely one you should get. I just think it's brilliant. If I had the room, this would be out all the bloody time, because it is just a great figure. It's got a simple transformation, but it's involved, and it just looks brilliant. So you can't really go wrong with it, really. Yeah, I can't recommend this one highly enough. You can probably just take the arms apart and tighten up those joints, so I probably will end up doing that probably at some point, just to give it a little bit more stability in the arms. But yeah, fantastic figure. I know he's got his little Predacon symbol there. I'd rather have had a Decepticon symbol. I know he's a different faction or whatever in the cartoon, but I don't really follow the cartoon, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think I've followed any of the cartoons really since Beast Machines, really, because they just seem to go too kidified, which is fine for kids. That's great, but you know, I'm an older collector now, and so it doesn't really appeal to me that much, which is a shame because they do look great, I've got to admit. Anyway, right, this has been the Collector 75. I hope you like this review, and I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.